Hey, my fire squad, this is Fire and Tarot with your pick a card pile. We have for pile 1 for Amethyst. For pile 2, your Howlite Elephant. Pile 3 is your Rose Quartz. We have a past, present, and outcome card. For this PickaPile, I am using my regular deck. And then for the overall energy, I'm using the Game of Thrones deck. I'm giving you one angel card, one moonology card, one butterfly card, and one goddess card. And for pile 1, for the Amethyst, for our overall energy, we have the Knight of Cups in the upright. Our past, you have the Four of Wands in the upright. The present situation, you have the Two of Pentacles in the upright. You are juggling some things right now in a situation, and you have them at an even you're juggling them even enough right now. You're dealing with a water sign, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And then your outcome, you have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. There, from earlier. Okay. The Knight of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups is promise, ideals, inventions. Romantic and identical. Sorry, identical lists. This knight may enchant you, so this card can show the possible of new love. The Knight of begins with the lovers. Equally, you may project on him or her the dreamy qualities you ideally want. Wait before you commit. Apply to a situation. There's a proposal or an invitation for you, but access carefully what is an offer. And in your past, you have the Four of Wands. Wands, have you ever planned an event that has turned out beautifully? If so, then you've experienced the Four of Wands. It is a more formal, like, formal, yeah. Sorry, no. It is a more formal or planned event than the Three of Cups. But when the same joy, sense, and communal celebration, also there is usually a focus such as a birthday, graduation, or wedding. Everyone involved gets to enjoy the excitement of fun, giving themselves over for a time to this temporary time out of time. The only problem is that at the end, everyone has to go back to reality, and someone has to clean up. And then in your present situation, you have the Two of Pentacles. In the upright, multitasking had its heyday, but we are now aware that doing multiple things at the same time is not the best approach. Unfortunately, we live in an imperfect world, and sometimes we simply have to multitask just to get through the day. You're in a serious multitasking phase. You can maintain it a while longer, but eventually something got to give. Look at all your obligations and commitments. Prioritize them and decide which can be left undone. Do this sooner rather than later, or eventually you're gonna drop some balls and possibly make a real big mess. And your outcome is the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. And one more Queen. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. When you need to make the most of a little, when you need to create a blockbuster with a create a blockbuster with a shoestring budget, the Queen of Pentacles can help. She may not be as elaborate as the Queen of Cups, as elegant as the Queen of Swords, or as fast as the Queen of Wands, but all the details. Its actually matter will be attend to, and the resources will be used to their fullest potential. From managing your budget to accessorizing an outfit, from deciding on a vacation to select a retirement plan, this Queen is a font of useful ideas. The angel card that came out for us was number 44. Your angel messages are always loving and kind. Number 44. Your angels' messages are always loving and kind. When you hear our voices, know that we are always on your side. Remember that we, your angels, support you in all things. Our messages are always full of love and understanding, never critical, never telling you what to do. We can make the gentlest of suggestions, help point you in the right direction, or just send a loving energy. You're a human with a free will. Your choices are always yours, and we support you. And the moon card that came out for us is the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn for pile one. Moon in Capricorn. Alright. Let's see where this card's at. Full moon. Capricorn 86. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself, finding out what page this card's on. $86. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you the effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in a job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be called to face reality, whatever situation you're asking about. Making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. And then the butterfly card that came out for pile one is support. And support, you received this card because you've been accustomed to doing everything yourself, and now it's time to request and receive help. This is a valuable life lesson that will allow you to grow in every area. So think of it as an investment. This card indicates that it's time for a self-honesty in which you admit yourself that there's one or more areas where you are benefit from getting assistance. This is not the same as telling yourself that you're done something wrong, though it's just that many parts of life requires a team approach with people pulling their strengths to help each other. Money is coming to you, joining a support group, child support or alimony, consulting with a healthcare professional, asking for support you need, allowing yourself to be supported. The goddess card that came out is Bast Independent, Bast, whatever. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Like the cat, they're fiercely independent, yet you also need affection and playful companions. Now is the time to balance your social interactions with solitude. While you may ask others for their opinions, unlimitedly you must make your own decisions. Your freedom and independence are top priorities, so ensure that these characteristics are nurtured. Spend time alone, give yourself permission to play, ask for your needs to be met, make your own decisions, work with cats, pay attention to your pet feline, or get a new cat. And that was your messages for pile 1 for your PickaPile messages. On to pile 2, the Howlite elephants. Overall energy is the Ace of Cups in the upright. In your past, you have the 4 of Cups in the upright. In your present situation, you have the Fool in the upright. You're not seeing these 3 cups sitting in front of you. You're just focused on that 1 cup coming towards you right now. And then your outcome is the King of Swords in the upright. You're dealing with a Leo. You see that up there with a lion head? So I'm thinking you're dealing with a Leo. And like I said, it's King of Swords in the upright for your outcome. Your overall energy is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups meaning is beginnings, love, creativity, flow, and healing. The Ace reveals love and self-expression. Falling in love, pregnancy, motherhood are common meanings for finding the finding the inspiration to begin a new creative venture. Whatever you hope for, beginnings, and you're in the flow. There are also opportunities for spiritual growth and healing. Love is given, shared, and returned in fullness. In your past, you have the Four of Cups and upright. I'm so bored. That's what the Four of Cups tells us. You're overcome with wondering if anything good will ever happen again. When water is the element of a cup, an element of a cups is continued in the Four of stagnations. Sure, new life can grow in standing water, but metaphorically, it's not really the kind of life you want. The gift of this card is the universe and is ready and willing to help you. Snap out of it when you feel like this. Look around because there is something new and fresh waiting. You simply have to rouse yourself enough to reach out and take it. And then in your present situation, you have a Fool. And this is your major arcana for this reading. For this reading is the Fool. And the Fool is beginnings, innocence, freedom, spontaneity, adventures, youth, idealism, faith, purity, fearlessness, carelessness, folly, foolishness, stupidity, neglect, distraction, naive, recklessness, and risk-taking. Upon one time, a young man put on his favorite clothes, all of them at once, and started on a journey. He takes a small bag of essential items, or at least what he thought was essential. His faithful dog followed along, even though she wasn't convinced that this was a great idea. An inner drive that he couldn't really explain. He started off, and although he didn't know exactly where he was going, he walked with confidence because he trusted that the inner voice, the white rose he carried, reminded him of his pure innocence. The red feather in the cap was a sign of his passion and commitment to the quest. We humans love to know what to expect. It makes us feel safe. Most of the time, we can figure out or find out what is going to happen using a great tools like tarot or the intention. The thing is, something we weren't supposed to know. This is not known. Come up in a few cards because it's part of life's journey. When the Fool shows up, You know that even if you don't know what lies ahead, you do know what direction to go. You're just going to have to trust yourself, trust your inner voice, or your dog in the universe. You may not know where you are going, but you will be headed in the right direction, one step at a time. And then your outcome is the King of Swords. In the upright. The King of Swords is worshipped at the shrine of reason and logic. He delights the truth, enjoys communication, and finds comfort in clearly defined rules. He is driven by the conviction that he is doing what is right. If you talk or write to him, don't bother with emotional approaches. Do not expect excitement or passion to sway him. Focus on reason and logic. Have all your points clearly defined and express them as simple as possible. He is more a point to be impressed with predicting future performances based on past performances rather than some groundbreaking new idea, unless you have a lot of data to back it up. And then your angel message is number 25. Let your angels hold you in eternal bliss. And I forgot to mention that once I do upload this video, or once I'm done uploading this video, I will have timestamps in them for each pile for you. But number 25 angel tells us that let your angels hold you in eternal bliss. If you will allow us, we would like to hold you close in loving joy. Close your eyes and feel the sensation of us, your angels, bringing you eternal bliss. Feel the highest energy as we flood them through your body. Tune into your angels' bliss anytime that you feel needed extra angelic help. Let us recharge you to help you go out into the world and live your life to the highest possible level of vibration. And then the moon card that we have is, what do you need to release? Waning moon. And move everybody down. What do you need to release? Waning moon. The swaying moon points to what's fall away. Life goes into cycles, and sometimes we need to downtime. We need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse. And it's time for you to go easier It's the autumn and the winter of the cycles. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can also but it can still be generally suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. It's safe to let go and move on. Move forward with a little resistance as possible. This is not time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. And then your butterfly card that came out is New Career. New career. This card signals a happy change in your work life, even if that change doesn't seem to be under your control. Rest assured that your career track is heading in the right direction, and you are learning much needed skills and lessons along the way. The more you can stay focused on the highest visions, the smoother and faster you'll travel along your career path. However, do stay flexible, as exciting new doors may open for you unexpectedly. This is a good time for you to make an employment change, provided that you've done planning and self-assessment first. Instead of impulsively switching jobs, you're guided to reach, prepare, and take action. Exciting part-time work, starting your own business, meeting with a career counselor, increased sales, launching a new product, trusting your business ideas, a new business partner, funding a business venture, taking a class toward your new career. And then your goddess card that came out was Cordelia, Go Outside. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Cordelia, Cordelia. Go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Being cooped up is not the natural way for inhabitations of this exciting planet to live. Believe me, there's plenty to see and experience when you exist your four walls and roof. A daily venture outside will not only revive your spirits and soul, it will give you hope and faith in this planet and very existence and future. You'll see all the goodness that in stores in nature. The flowers is ready on flora, the leaves, and they're sprouting, the birds hopping about, and even the wind that effectively carries you. Don't let another day go by without stepping outdoors into this most entertaining and exciting environment. Your manifesting will appear in May for May when the weather is warmer. Spend time in nature. Change to a job that allows you for more connections with nature. Practice environmentalism. Recognize the needs for balance in your life for more rest and play. And that was your messages for pile 2. And on to the last pile, rose quartz. For pile 3. For overall energy, ooh, you have the 10 of cups and the upright. You are wishing for a happy ending. In the past, you have the 5 of swords and the upright. In your present situation, you have the 3 of wands and the upright. You're dealing with the water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Your outcome is the 6 of cups and upright. For your overall energy, you have the 10 of cups and the upright. The 10 of cups is joy, togetherness, love, and achievements. The 10 denotes love, commitment, in the spirit of togetherness, relationships, group activities, and child thrive as you enter a phase of emotional and financial security. Old tensions and arguments dissolve. Long-term projects come to fruition, and you may even find your dream home. This card can also show another child coming into the family. Now, you don't have to resonate with everything, but that's what comes out. And whatever doesn't resonate with you, you can just toss into the trash and just take in what does. Then your past, you have the 5 of swords and the upright. The 5 of swords is the card of victory. A win that comes at a price so high that it may not be worth it. Sure, you've won the battle, but at what cost? When you walk away with your bounty, what have you left behind? Your integrity, your values, your humanity, friends, and family. The gift of this card is that it is not too late to change the outcome. You can shift the situation from shaky wine, devastation, loss to win. The danger is that you leave essential parts of your soul on the beach to wash away with the tides of time. And then your present situation, you have the 3 of wands. And the upright. The 3 of wands, when the last time you've ordered something that would be delivered to you, were you waiting exactly waiting excitedly and impatient for it to arrive. You couldn't wait to see it and find out if the reliable of it lives up to your expectations, right? That's is the same energy in this card. You made a decision and took the actions necessary, and now you're waiting to see the results. The lucky thing is that the awaited event is on the horizon, very linearly here, but you need to be watching in case you have to sign for it or some help, direction, so it arrives safely. You are kind of like a metaphysical lighthouse, drawing a desired conclusion to your doorstep. And then you have, for the outcome, you have the Six of Cups in the upright. The Six of Cups, random acts of kindness can churn around someone's day or even their life. You never know when something you do will be just the medicine someone needs, or when someone else acts may save you. A smile, extending a common courtesy, often all so uncommon these days, or sharing a treat may not cost much, but the return of incalculable repairs cost much, but the return is incalculable. Perhaps the greatest kindness you can extend is to remember that everyone is always doing their very best that they can, even if it doesn't seem like it. This card tells you that, in this case, kindness is the right response. And then for angel card is number 20. Angels help you concentrate only on the good in life. As much as possible, we want you to ignore the bad and concentrate only on the good in life. Often there is more than one way of looking at a situation. Bear this in mind. When you choose how to feel, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can it help me? Know that from each experience comes learning and growth. Your moon card is balanced spiritually and practically. Full moon in Pisces. Full moon and balance is spiritually and practically. Full moon in Pisces. Have you ever been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you may need to pay attention and make a concentrated effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you take, the better it's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question and the solution to your issues. may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the majority, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Meditate every day and you'll see what comes to you. Answers will come. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuitions. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. Your butterfly card is relationships and dynamics. Relationships and dynamics. This card indicates that there have been some changes in one or more of your relationships with your family, friends, or a romantic partner. There's a scene that you have less in common and are growing apart. This may be because you are now more sensitive or more cautious of your feelings when you're with certain people. Perhaps in the past you numbed your emotional awareness and now your feelings are awake. The most important relationship of all is with yourself, so you do need to take care of your feelings and need in this situation. Yes, relationships involve compromise, but unlimitedly, if you're denying yourself happiness, this will have a negative impact on the relationship. Therefore, you're guided to be honest with yourself about your needs, even if it meant working with a counselor for support. As you make changes, all your relationships will be affected. It's time for you to sort through your feelings about each of them to bring healthy balance into your life, moving your relationship in a healthier direction, a healed relationship with yourself, individual or material material counseling, a new person entering the picture, changing the dynamics of other relationships. And your goddess card that came out is Star Boundary. So I'm feeling that you need to put some boundaries into place. Yeah, it's Ishtar boundaries. Love yourself even to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. A sinister desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, and resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energies into the relationship. And then one benefit. Step back and reassess the situation. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now that's a healthy behavior to teach others. You're giving too much becoming more assertive. Do not do things out of guilt or obligations. And those were our messages for pile 3. If you'd like this message, please like, share, and if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. And that was your PickaPile messages. If you feel the need to donate, you can do so by Cash App or PayPal, which will be in the description of the video. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.